Cavaliers play tonight, the season opener in Toronto against the Raptors at 7:30 here on MMS. Your pregame coverage begins at 7 o'clock. Cavs, what are they called? What's the pregame called? Cavs warm-up or Cavs, because they all have different...
Letting them know, that's what they should call it.
Let them know.
Letting them know.
Letting them know about the Cavs tonight. I woke up this morning. My dog had gotten me up a couple of times. For those of you who are new to the show, I have an Australian shepherd named Juno, and she's about 11 years old. She and our own Bill Squire share a birthday. Mm-hmm. It's how I never forget Bill's birthday. And she can be a little scritchy at night, no matter how much exercise she gets. We can throw the ball with her all day long, and she'll still be a little scritchy overnight. And last night was one of those nights. And if she's got to go outside or something, she'll stand by the door, and she'll squeak. She'll make little noises, and I'll get up. It doesn't happen that often, quite honestly. But last night, it happened a couple of times. I got up at 2:30 in the morning to let her out, and it's just letting her out in the backyard, and she runs. And it was awful last night. Weather-wise, it was terrible. I mean, the last couple of days, obviously, you know this. It's been like drizzly and rainy or whatever. So she gets out there, and she wants to get in. It's middle of the night, so she wants to get back in. So she does that. And then she's up again about an hour and 45 minutes later, and I get up again, and I let her out. And so I'm usually up pretty early. This morning, because of all that up and down, I slept a little bit later than I normally would, and it was time for me to get my daughter up for school. And so I go into her room, and I go, oh, my God. Just this smell punched me in the face. And the light from the hallway was coming into her room, and I saw these big shadows all over the place. And before I woke my daughter up, I realized that my dog had left 3 giant dumps on my daughter's bedroom floor.
Oh, no.
Goodness.
Now, thank God, the only saving grace is we're replacing a huge rug in there, and so that rug wasn't back on the floor yet, so it was just the hardwood floor. So that's an easy cleanup. If it had been the rug, I would have been cursing any gods you could send my way. But so I'm like, she must have eaten something or something, because it wasn't like she didn't get taken out, right? But that was a fun way to start my day, is 3 massive, mushy dumps. Ugh. So I wake my daughter up and I go, hey, it's a minefield in here, FYI, so just be careful. Because she has like a lofted bed. So I'm like, don't climb down and step in a giant mound of poo. And so I got her out of there, and I went about my task cleaning up after my dog in the house. But, you know, it's cold outside, and then I got to open the windows to kind of get a breeze going and air the joint out. It's no way to start your day.
I mean,
I'm down on my knees with a pet stain. It's not going to stain the floors. Again, I'm glad that rug wasn't
trying to
down,
get the smell out.
Oh, come on.
Get
Are you
debris.
kidding me? Yes. That's why I tell Gwen
probably didn't want to dump outside because of the rain.
Yeah, but she went out a couple of times.
Right, but
Maybe
she's like, I'm not going to poop out here. It's gross.
I guess.
That's standard.
But she comes back in. I got to dry her off and let her back in the house. But I keep telling Gwen, I said, we have got to stop feeding her gyros and baked ziti for dinner.
Well, there you go, then.
We've got to stop doing that. We've got to stick to dog food.
She likes the heroes.
She really does. I think I've told the story.
I think it was heroes that got me on Sunday, so.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think it was.
Yeah, you had a touch of the something, right, from the weekend? Yeah, Bill was out on Monday.
You puking?
We figured you just had Guardians flu, but
yeah.
No.
I think a couple of people here in the building might have been in the same spot you were in the game.
Jeremiah, we both won the tickets.
Oh, right.
So
Jeremiah from Kiss FM and Bill won tickets for Sunday's game.
It was that, or I don't know. Did
you both partake of the same food?
I mean, I think we both got a little bit of everything. So like, you gotta.
Wow.
It's a smorgasbord. You gotta go for it.
I don't ever eat the food at the club seats.
Well, that's probably smart.
I mean, I don't.
I can't help myself.
Maybe it was a combination. Maybe it was. Did you drink a lot?
I didn't drink at all.
Oh, you didn't?
Really? Sober October.
Well, that's what people say, but I mean,
right.
People
But I've
do
been
that?
doing it. I've been doing it. I'm 19 days in. Hanging out with my mom didn't seem like the time to be like, now let's tie one on.
Yeah, I forgot you were with your mom.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom, let's.
But I've been to a few games not drinking. I'm going to the Smashing Pumpkins concert. Not going to drink that night. I'm taking it serious.
All right. What is the point of Sober October, by the way? I thought everybody took January to not drink.
Dry January, sober October.
I don't know.
Are people drinking that much? Where they're like, we need 2 separate months.
One of them rhymes. That's the only reason.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So do you feel bad that you could have given me those tickets and instead you watched a losing game and got
They
sick?
would have lost by more. They probably would
No,
have
they wouldn't
taken
have.
the team away.
I would like everyone in
They
Cleveland to
probably
know.
would have taken the team
No.
away. There'd be no more any sports. Really.
City of Cleveland.
They would say, oh, we can't do this anymore because Mary's here.
You can blame Bill Squire.
Wait. How would you have gone? How would
I'm
you
a
going?
good luck charm.
In what capacity?
In the capacity where they would have won.
But you didn't go to any of the other games.
I've been to games.
When was the last game? The playoff games?
No. But I think I'm probably
So
what was missing.
how do you account for the playoff games they won absent your attendance?
Oh, that was just a fluke.
A fluke. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Well,
that's
they
all
won
good
one
luck
that I
is.
was at, so.
That's all good luck is a fluke.
They
so
really needed me at this game, and Bill was being selfish and didn't give me his tickets.
he
so
went with his mother.
Doesn't matter who he took. He
Wow.
was being selfish.
Wow.
Didn't give me his tickets. So because he was being selfish, he got sick and the Guardians lost. So City of Cleveland, if you're looking for someone to blame, Bill Squire.
I blame my mom.
No, it's your fault.
I went to a game without her and they won.
Well, I'm just saying.
Enough of this sober October nonsense. Just drink. Have fun at these things, right?
I did have
Come
fun.
On. All right.
I don't need to drink to have fun.
I mean, you were
Alan.
Oh, please. Nobody needs to drink to have fun, but drinking when you can, present company excluded, when you
I know
can
what you're
control
saying.
it, it's fun. It's a good time. But I forgot about sober October.
Yeah, but now I got like 12 days left, so I might as well ride it out.
Yeah. All right.
Do need to find someone.
Nobody gets tickets because of you.
Do you want to go to Smashing Pumpkins, Mary?
No.
Do you want to see them win?
When is it?
The 29th of this month.
That-
Smashing Pumpkin. We're going to be giving away tickets in the window here in about a week.
That is Mushroomhead.
Oh, right.
Can't do it.
You can't go to both?
No. How would I go to both?
Well, you poke your head in at
You
one.
go to Jane's Addiction, and then you leave and go to Mushroomhead.
Don't you think in the how should I put this? Don't you think in the crush of Santora family members that are all going to be attending Mushroomhead Halloween, you can slip out and go unnoticed?
I don't think so.
Oh, everybody will be in costumes and masks, you said.
Yeah, but I don't think that they would not notice.
Is your sister going to dress up as an OnlyFans influencer?
I don't know what she's doing, Ann.
Dress down, I'm sorry. She's going to dress down as an OnlyFans influencer?
She went and bought a bunch of lingerie the other day.
You have to. You have to invest in your business.
I'm not even mad about that.
Yeah.
But I got an email for it. And I was like, what is this? And she was like, oh, I went to this store. And apparently I gave him my last name. And you have an account there. I was like, I don't know that I've ever bought anything at this store. She goes, well, at some point you did because you have a loyalty program. And I was like, well, thanks for the points, I guess.
What store was this?
It was like a sex shop. I don't even remember
A
which one.
sex shop. Fredericks of Hollywood or like Cacique or something?
Like an ambiance where they have like the outfits and the toys.
You mean the store for lovers?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know if it was that one
I
specifically.
think Lover's Lane is moving into Northeast Ohio, right? That Detroit sex shop.
Maybe.
I hesitate to call them sex shops. It's just sexy clothing, right? A lot. And if you were just going by lingerie, indistinguishable from stores like Victoria's Secret and
but
Fredericks
cheaper
of Hollywood.
Usually.
Well, because they're made out of fruit roll-ups. I
Which
get
is
it.
fine.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
they're
sure
edible.
I have some type of loyalty account with one of the stores.
You don't have any loyalty to anything or anyone.
Well, no, those sex stores, I frequent, all my friends get married, and I'm the gay guy that brings all the sex toys as, like, wedding gifts. So I go in there maybe every other year and just, like, clean them out. So
Wow.
at a certain point, they're like, if you just, since you come here at least once a year and buy, $100 plus worth of merchandise, you can get a discount. And I'm like, all right, well, what do I have to pay?
You just have to do it once a year.
I think that's what it was.
Wow.
And I got like 15% off because I go at least once a year and all my friends keep getting married. So I was like, all right, so you get a large whip and you get cuffs.
Are they fuzzy cuffs?
Yeah.
You spring for the large whip, like the Indiana Jones cat o' nine tails bull whip.
This time I didn't.
It seems less sexy and more kind of Barnum and Bailey.
The last wedding I was invited to was like one of my old college roommates, and I was in Colorado during that time, so I didn't get to go to the wedding. And so my roommate that I live with now was going to go to the wedding, and he was going to bring the gift for me. And I was just thinking, I'm like, he's not. I already know he's going to leave it in the car and not bring it in because he doesn't want to be the person to carry in the bag with the whip. So I didn't get the whip. I didn't spring for the whip.
That's like
this
the
time.
fun thing to carry in.
He
And nobody's
didn't
going to
wanna
know
do it.
that it's a whip in a bag, are they?
Yeah, they probably because they know Cody's gifts. It's a wedding full of people that know what type of gifts I give. So yeah, they would know. Like,
You mean you've
Cody's
become
back?
predictable?
Yeah, but they don't know what type of gifts they're gonna. I mean, they know
They
it's
don't know
going
the
to be
type of whip I'm going to get them. They know it is a whip.
They know it's a gift of a sexual nature. They don't know what I'm gonna spring for because sometimes it's like the little numbing spray. Sometimes it's a bunch of like different types of lube. You get the dice. You get the
that cow mucus lube. Fend off the HIV. Two
Now,
hits in one.
Could you use that, Mary? Because we were talking about yesterday, there's this cow mucus lube that prevents HIV, but did that fall under lactose?
I don't know. What depends on what part of the cow. Because they make milk in their boobs, their udders.
Well, it's a membrane.
Yeah, but they don't make.
I think a nasal membrane. Is
they
what
don't make milk in their nasal membrane.
Well, if you
Okay.
push them hard enough, they
I
will.
don't know if it was just like any cow mucus.
No, it's the lactose enzyme
Okay.
that I'm missing.
My
My body doesn't make
She's
it.
not mucus intolerant. She's lactose
Well,
intolerant.
I just want to make sure.
I'm going to give you some money here. It's $1,000. It is a chance for you to go fund yourself. Somebody wins every single time. I hope it's you. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at WMMS.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
You want to be careful. I was reading this morning about a lady in Kentucky who got a year in prison because she stabbed her male cousin because he had lent her a sex toy and he wanted it back. And she didn't want to give it back to him. So just make sure.
Backsies.
Hey, where's that sex toy? Because they didn't specify what the sex toy was. Hey, what was that where's that sex toy?
You gotta worship.
I lent it to my cousin.
Yeah.
I don't know
They
if
were
you should be
really
lending
close.
Sex toys to anyone.
No.
You shouldn't be getting them used.
You got to put them in the dishwasher.
He came to her house and he goes, hey, I want that thing back. They got into an argument. I imagine it was along these lines. Hey, I want that thing back, but I'm not done with it, but I want it back, but I'm still using it. And then she grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed him.
Oof.
Yeah, she got a year in
That's
prison.
not how I wanted to
How
get
do you know they're not
stabbed.
doing
Ironically,
the thing with each other?
She's gonna wish she had that sex toy in prison, but she might have to settle for something else. What's that?
How do you know they're not doing things with each other? And they're like, this is it's a mold of my D.
I don't know that, but the report that I read had nothing to do. They just referred to him as cousin and neighbor.
It's like I got a girl now. You can't be having a mold of my D. She'll recognize it. You can't be doing that. Give it back.
I think you're pretty safe with that. I don't think anybody would be able to recognize someone's D.
So if you,
I think for
if
hetero,
it has a vein that stands out.
I think hetero guys, if you asked a woman's hetero guys, okay, because you are so laser focused on D, I have no question whatsoever that you would be able to do that.
I definitely
But I
could.
think if you asked most hetero women, hey, could you identify your guy by his D, by a mold, by the way? If
Yes,
she
you could.
looked right at it, I bet most of them would go, yeah, I could. Boyfriend or husband, or maybe both.
That's
But a mold is just a close
Yes.
facsimile.
if you have a weird, pardon my language, but if you have like a weird circumcision scar, or if you have like a mole,
How common do you think circumcision weird scars are?
it doesn't necessarily. It doesn't have to be weird. It just like unique. Like if you have a
Yeah,
certain scar on your like,
right. If somebody has something that unique that jumps out at you, you'd go, that's his. But I bet most guys, and again, I don't know what they look like, but I bet most guys, they look pretty normal, I would think.
Okay.
Right? I mean, those molds are like for entertainment purposes only. I mean, you
No.
can't have, they're not.
I have no idea.
I'm with you. They're not that entertaining, but I thought that was their purpose.
I feel like I could pick one out, just like everyone. Mary.
Yes, because like I said, that's like your...
Mary can see
you're
which
a-
coffee. Erica can pick which
I
sandwich
was
or
wrong
biscuit muffin or
on the
whatever she
coffees.
has.
Yeah, she was
My
bad
mouth
at the
lied
coffee.
to me. Your mouth is going to lie to you with the molds.
I'm like, I know the girth.
You're like the John Nash of penises. You're a beautiful mind when it comes to those things. That's what I'm saying. The rest of us, not so much. I mean, could I identify, I don't know, let's say Bill's? Sure. But
Obviously.
But that's, there's mitigating circumstances.
But again, that goes to the weirdness factor.
Mm-hmm.
You got like a Harvey Weinstein D,
It's kind of
where
like
it's
wings.
like deformed.
Wings?
Well, he injects it with Red Bull. Yeah, I think you would be able to look and really know what was going on there, Cody.
Possibly.
Because you really are a student of it. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. You don't like anything that resembles a Shar-Pei. And but I think even you would agree that really strange components of it probably aren't that frequent.
But there's just
Most of them are
different-
probably run of the mill.
Like if we're talking about the same weight, like I feel like I could like just tap it on my hand. I'm like, all right, nope, it doesn't have the same. Like hear that smack? Like doesn't have the same.
You hear that smack?
Doesn't sound the same. It's not. It's supposed to be like a drumstick. It's supposed to be a thud. That was a stink.
Huh. A drumstick. Right. Alan, does Mary know that Mushroomhead doesn't go on stage until midnight?
No.
She could definitely go to both shows.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what this person is saying. I don't know. They only have 2 opening bands. I mean, if the show starts at 8, I can imagine your opening bands are going to do hour sets or not, And I think you have to be out of there by a certain time. I don't think these shows can
That's
go.
union.
That late. So that
There's huge
does not sound
penalties.
right. But I'm sure they would tell you what the set times are. Hit up somebody over the Agora and go, hey,
Yeah.
what
I
are the set
should.
times? And they'll probably tell you. They probably go on around 10:30.
That's so late.
They probably finish by, That's late
Yeah.
to see a show?
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, we went to see Electric Six. They didn't go until 10:45. It was great.
No way.
Yeah. A couple bands in front. If you're going to go to a show, like, why are you trying to get out as soon as you get there?
I don't want to be there to begin with.
I know, but you're being nice. You're being nice.
If they don't go until midnight, there's a 0% chance that my family is staying.
Alan,
Like, my mom's 65 years old.
yeah, and she loves
She'll tough it
Mushroomhead.
out, yeah.
She will hang out as long as they need her to hang out.
All right, let me rephrase that. If they don't go until midnight, I don't want to be there. That's so late.
No,
You already don't wanna
that
be
can't.
there.
That person can't be correct. They're not going on at midnight.
Some rap concerts are like that, but they have like 19 openers and a DJ.
Well, this person says Mushroomhead prides themselves on making the audience wait as long as possible. That's not something to take pride in. Making your audience wait. What is the point of that? If that's
I
true,
don't know.
I've only met those guys on a couple
Hey,
of
all those
occasions. They seem
people-
like good dudes.
All the people who are paying our bills and, all these service fees and everything, let's make them suffer. Screw them. No
well,
way.
everybody thinks it's like they're Guns N' Roses in the late '80s, right? So, no band should be making people. That's why, like, when a band goes on when they're supposed to go on, they always go on at midnight for Halloween. Okay, maybe they get special dispensation from the Pope. I don't know. But if they start, because you ain't going to get out of there till 1:15, 1:20, if that's the case. But you will have done a great thing for your mom. You will have done such a nice thing for your mom.
People are already dropping
Such
out.
a-
I'm losing money on this.
Such a sacrifice. Boy,
Who's dropped out?
never hitch your wagon to Mary when it comes to a show, because she will always
I'm just
lose
gonna
her
lose
shirt
money.
on tickets.
That's all there is to
Post
it.
Malone, Mushroomhead.
Well, I got the whole box, okay?
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be my mom, her boyfriend, the 3 sisters, and our significant others. So it would
I
be.
didn't know
Is
your
the
mom
prison
had a
boyfriend?
Yes, this is a prison
I
boyfriend.
didn't know your mom had a boyfriend.
Yeah, he got out of jail last summer.
That's better than being in jail.
Sure. So it was going to be the 4 women and our significant others, 8 seats in a box. Perfect. Well, now my older sister's husband can't come because they can't find anybody to watch the baby. So it's either, that she doesn't come at all or he stays home with the kid. So we're down 1. And then now my sister's fiance is like, I don't know if I can go. It's a Saturday night. I can't take it off work. I work at a bar.
Oh, everybody's
And
pulling
now-
the chute now.
And now my
Then you
mom's
have to go.
boyfriend is in the hospital.
He got arrested again? Oh.
No, he's in the hospital. Close. Maybe that's how he dodges it. I don't know. He's in the hospital. So I was like, so now it's just going to be the 4 of us and Brian? That's who
Yes.
we're going to go see this
You'll
show
have a
with?
great time. Yes.
Can Brian bring extra friends
But
if there's
that's
extra
why
tickets?
I'm kind of annoyed because I'm like, I paid for all these friggin' seats and people are just like, yeah, I can't come. And I'm like, that's because you have no skin in the game. I got to stop being nice and paying for people for stuff.
Why did you buy? Just tell them to give you the money for the ticket.
They won't. They don't have
Why?
Because they don't have money to begin with. That's
You're
why
just-
I bought
but
them.
You
But
just
don't
run it around
buy it.
buying
Yeah.
tickets for people. If
I
people,
had to.
if they,
You didn't.
My mom is 65. When I get her GA pit tickets, no
why
way,
didn't
dude.
she pay for them?
Because it's her birthday.
Oh, right.
You make your mom pay for her own birthday gift.
Right. I mean,
I do
I
from now on after she jinxed the
I do.
Guardians.
Yeah. I do, but that's just me.
But I mean, you could say like, "Hey, pay me back for these," or.
Then they're not going to come at all, and then I'm really screwed. If they're like, "Hey, if I have to pay for these,"
But
I
did you have to
guarantee
buy
you
the
they
whole
don't want-
box?
It was either, well, kind of when I talked to the guy and I was like, hey, we're going to have 8 people. He's like, that's an entire box is 8 seats. So when I was under the impression we needed all of the seats in the box. So I bought the entire box.
Well, can you sell some of the
I mean,
seats?
How
but
did
again,
I work out for the Post Malone show?
Well, you have a little bit more time.
with due respect, these tickets aren't that expensive, right?
They're not that, it wasn't cheap.
All right. Well, anyway, it sounds like a good time. I've got to take a break. See, you're going to have listeners going, hey, I'll buy a ticket.
Hey, I'll come hang out in the box. And then that's the thing. What, I sell people and then now we have to hang out with them in the box?
No, you're just unloading tickets. You don't have to hang out with them. I mean,
They're sitting right next to us.
Right.
It's a box.
You don't have to talk to
It's
them.
not like it's 2,000 square feet.
What, just because your shoulders touch, you got to talk to somebody? Come on.
And there's loud metal music going on.
Yeah, you can.
No
Hey, how you
conversation.
Not if we're waiting till midnight. We're going to get to know our box mates.
Then they should show, this show is Sunday, is what they should say, or whatever night that is. All right, I got a break. If you want to text 35192, you can listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.